Hey guys, Fushiro Team Bad Yugi's here, bringing you another Tengu Plant format deck profile. This time, we're doing Shine Ball Beatdown. That's right. That's my single favorite way to win a game ever. We're doing agents, and we're doing all the staples. You know, you want to do 3 Earth, 3 Shine Balls, 3 Venus. Not doing any Mars. We don't need any of those guys. They're not necessary for our win condition. We just want to resolve these as much as possible. We have this for the good control, just negate the effect destroy, so we don't play Veiler. We focus more on the fact that they're also level 2s and tuners, so it gives us more synchro options as well as their fairies, which is very important for, this guy. Big bad Hyperion, the bastard himself. And then we have one Christia, hello, just because, this is a fairy deck, and then one Honest, also hello. And that's every single fairy that we play in the main. And side, I guess. But we have 3 Tengus, 3 tour guides, and a Sangan, because this engine's pretty good last time I checked. Make the Leviers, make Zen Mains, Leviathan, all those things. Now we do play 2 Trags and 1 Gores, because we like just to have that sort of control, because sometimes when you're playing agents, it's just good to have a bunch of really large monsters. And Tragodia is super nice for having synchro options, because let's say you have a spare Earth in hand, and you already have like a Venus and a Venus and Shine Balls in the graveyard for some early, so you got like a Gotchi on the field. Well, let's say like they like Smashing Ground, Dark Hole, they like use all their cards to push to get over Gotchi to push in. Like they know you don't have Gores in hand for whatever reason, and then you just like drop Tragodia on them, and then suddenly now they have to deal with a potential Synchro next turn. And a Catastor with a simplified game state is pretty good. We have a Dark Armed Dragon, because, we do only play 6 Darks, I think, including Dark Armed. And then BLS, because it's just the right amount. Yeah, I love this deck because it just has a bunch of huge boss monsters that your opponent has to deal with. Be it Gores, BLS, Dark Armed, Christia, 3 Hyperions, and then, of course, any of the Synchro plays you might go into. It's so good because of that. 2 Maxis, just to keep up with your opponent, because you do want to draw into your powerful spell cards, because otherwise you're kind of limited, just like your 1 normal summon per turn of a Venus or an Earth, and there's like not much linearity in play there, so you really need like to dig for your special summons to get off your sweet combos and just your big pushes. So Maxi is very important. Then we have, of course, the power spells themselves: Monster Reborn, Avarice, Hole, and Heavy, and we do the 2 MSTs, and then the Mind Control. Mind Control is extremely, extremely important for this deck, because sometimes you just need to use that Earth as much as you can. Now, in the trap lineup, you'll notice something very peculiar, and that is we don't play Warning or Judgment. And that's just because with the way this deck is built, you can take a lot of damage until you push in for until that giant kill push. And so you don't want to actually screw yourself out of just losing preemptively because you run out of life points, because you were forced into using a Solemn Judgment just to keep yourself alive. It's better to then focus on having cards to rely on that don't cost you as much life points. So even though you lose a lot of power to Judgment, and in fact you don't have it, you keep yourself alive more often, I feel, by not running it. Only in this deck, though. Judgment is just about staple as you could get back in the trap days in Tengu Clan format. Now go to the extra deck. We have, of course, Army, Arm, Catastor, Hype Librarian, then for 6s. We have Orient and Brio, because that's good. Like, it was just very good against, like, Tengu plants and, I don't know, zombies and, let's see here. I don't know, this deck, but it was there. Black Rose, because it's Black Rose. Scrap Archfiend is a very peculiar card for this deck. I don't really feel like playing Ancient Fairy Dragon is really worth it, because, again, when you are synchro summoning, you are pushing. You don't make a first turn Ancient Fairy Dragon in this deck. It doesn't really work. You don't make late game Ancient Fairy Dragon in this deck. So you may as well have the option to run into a 27 beater that has like some sort of push. So I really do like it. I've summoned it and I don't regret running it. 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Stardust, 1 Trish, because hell yeah. I missed this card being at 2 in the format before this. Alright. Then we have a bunch of XZs, aka a bunch of Gotchis and 3s. So yeah, 2 Gotchis, 1 Zen Mains, 1 Levier, 1 Leviathan, Chorus Token. Yeah, that's really all there is to it. This is a really it is aggro control, I like to think of it, because you're just trying to keep yourself alive until you can just start pushing for massive amounts of damage while you keep on floating around with your big monsters, and hopefully you're pulling out their traps with your tiny monsters. Because what your opponent never wants to see is a big synchro play. However, how you win this deck is not with a big synchro play. You always win with your big main deck boss monsters. Just keep that in mind. That's a little bit about the deck. Alright, see you guys.